he is getting some horrific advice. Like, they haven't paid any visits. They haven't gone to visit any teams.
Are you working out for any teams leading up to the draft?
We would have to see.
You haven't had anything set yet?
We would have to see.
Okay.
Well, now tuned in to the Dark Times channel.
Because, Jonathan, you have kind of been saying that the draft, it could really start at 3. And one player that we kind of all expected to go in the top 3 is Ace Bailey. That doesn't necessarily seem to be the case now. Why? What's going on?
Malika, right now, Ace Bailey is the only U.S. prospect yet to conduct a visit to an NBA team facility. But there's a lot of uncertainty about how this is all going to play out on draft night.
Because I'd try, Perk, to keep in mind here that these are teenagers. And they're going through a life-changing process here that's incredibly difficult. It's complicated. They're trying to make the best decision while also listening to all the people around them.
What the fuck is up with this entitled shit, man?
Yeah, like who do they think they are?
Like,
who they think they are?
We just saw what they did.
Hey, come on now.
It's not the NFL, though.
Now, I don't think Ace Bailey is going to wind up like Shedeur Sanders by any stretch of the imagination, primarily because the NBA doesn't wield as much power or have as much leverage as the NFL does. And also, Ace Bailey's talent is off the charts.
Superior size on the interior.
There's Bailey underneath. Patience for Hayes, maybe too patient. Here's Bailey again. Knifing inside. Bailey to the rim. You start getting some of these other guys going. Harper only with 7 points, well below his 20-point average. Bailey has 19. 1-point deficit. Bailey. Fade away. What a shot. Diallo 14 for Washington. Bailey, strong rebound. Left hand. And Steve Michael's got to be pleased with how they started here on the road. He's going to love Ace. Continuing saga. Who will slow down Ace Bailey? He'll try the 3 in the corner, and shot won't go, and Davis will push it up the floor. Bailey and Davis, 2-man game in the block.
Who have you patterned your game after over the years?
KD, Paul George, Jason Tatum, and T-Mac. But
Anyone in particular?
I can see some Melo. Nah, all 3 of us, we all do the same thing, bro. We create shots. I mean, we can shoot over defenders. We create our own space and stuff like that. So, they're my 3. But I like Carmelo Anthony, too, though, with the mid-post.
Some pretty good players.
Yeah, great players.
Yeah.
Kevin, this is slightly off topic, but you recently announced Nike's NIL class in college, and one of those kids, Ace Bailey, gets compared to you all the time when you were a prospect. I'm curious if you watched them play, watch this tape, and one, what do you think, and do you think those comparisons are valid?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Ace is a pure talent. Being able to shoot the ball with that type of touch from anywhere is insane. The shots that he can make over multiple people at that length. It's incredible to watch. Him and his teammate, Dylan Harper, playing some great ball. They're one of my favorite teams to watch. But I see some of my game at Ace. I think he, as far as the mid-range game, he's probably a little bit more advanced than I was at that age. But he's a problem. I can't wait to see his career grow.
And to me, Ace Bailey just made a boss move. No pre-draft workouts, no interest in joining a stack team. And you know what? He's absolutely right.
He know where he want to go. Think about it. Who got the 3rd pick?
Philly.
I don't want to go to Philly. He ain't with nobody. Who the 2nd pick?
San Antonio.
I don't want to go there either. So where you think you go? I want to pick where I want to go.
Oh, your fault.
Oh, okay. Number 4. Oh, cause you ain't going.
Who got number 4?
Shit, Bronny got to pick where he wanted to go. I can't pick where I want to go.
Charlotte number. No, he don't want to go there.
Brandon Miller there.
Number 5.
So if he gonna drop,
Utah.
Perfect.
That's the quickest way to start him.
Perfect.
That'll be a
Imani Bates. How Imani Bates dropped so far? He still look out there looking like he a hidden gem. Call and catch him. If you're smart. Some guys are just that good, they ain't getting opportunity.
And we saw it play out with Jonathan Kuminga from the Golden State Warriors and a lot of the upper echelon teams within the NBA that wind up getting lottery picks that turn into pretty good value. And so what happens? They try as hard as they can to hoard as much talent as they can. And by doing so, they don't have to pay these players their actual value.
Minutes that I was given. No Clay now. Step number 1, I'm expecting a bigger role offensively. So my 18, I'm cool with going into free agency now and averaging my 18. Then like you've been pointing out, then that's when the bullshit starts. That's when the game starts, because you don't want him to average at 18, so you don't have to pay him what we think he's going to get, which is 150 and above. So
That's fine.
Hey, you playing? Hey,
The fact that he's not starting, the fact that you have a starting lineup of Draymond Green and then Davis.
Trace Jackson Davis.
And teams like the Golden State Warriors, OKC, and the Houston Rockets, to name a few, are teams that have a lot of young players on their roster that just aren't getting the opportunities. And mainly because they have all-stars, or at least borderline all-stars, playing in front of them. And so the opportunities aren't going to be there. And the organizations know this. And so when it comes time for contract negotiations, these teams have all the leverage. They can go look at their stats and say, hey, you average this. You average 10 points a game on 15 minutes. Now, we think you could do this. We think that you can average 20 points a game and 10 rebounds a game if we give you 30 plus minutes, but we don't know. And so what these teams do, they put a $100 million contract in front of these young players and they tell them to sign. And most of the agents that are representing these young players are going to tell them to sign. Their parents are going to tell them to sign. Their girlfriends are going to tell them to sign because they never seen $100 million. Nobody's turning down $100 million.
Keep your money.
And if and when they do, we get a situation like Jonathan Kuminga and what the Golden State Warriors did to him. That was a travesty. You're talking about a team that could have used a Jonathan Kuminga, but rather than use him, they played the long game. They know they're devoid of talent, especially young talent. And so they're going to let Jonathan Kuminga go out there and find his value and find his worth in restricted free agency and probably match. But that all could have been avoided by paying him his actual worth. But they weren't going to do that because it's a business. It's a business at the end of the day. And this is something that Ace Bailey and his agent understands. And that's why I think they're doing the right thing by not wanting to go to the top teams in the NBA draft. Because let's go ahead and take a look at the top teams in this NBA draft. We've got the Dallas Mavericks, the 76ers, and the San Antonio Spurs. None of those teams are actually lottery teams. I can almost guarantee you next year, all of those teams are going to be in the NBA playoffs. The Dallas Mavericks got injured. The San Antonio Spurs got injured. The 76ers got injured. That's the only reason why they're in the lottery. And so you're talking about teams with a lot of talent. That's not going to be the ideal spot for a young player to flourish. Now, somebody like Cooper Flagg going to Dallas, that's a different animal altogether. You're talking about the Caitlin Clark effect when it comes to Cooper Flagg. Because despite having Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis, Cooper Flagg is going to be given the keys to the team from day one. And so that's a completely different situation than what Ace Bailey would be walking into.
That is ridiculous. And so he's getting terrible advice. He didn't win in college. We know college isn't what it used to be because so many guys are in the NBA now who are that age. So the red flags are, he looks like from right now, and again, I'm not putting this out there on him, but right now it just looks like he may not, what I see now, I don't see a guy that's going to maximize or reach his potential.
And so I think we got a lot of people that are looking at it from the outside and thinking that Ace Bailey is just being entitled and he's not appreciative of the situation he's in. But I think they're looking at it wrong. I think from the outside looking in, it's easy to think that. But if you think about it from a business standpoint and you look at what's going on with some of these young players playing on these good teams that are getting buried, that are lottery picks, getting buried as the 6th, 7th, 8th man off the bench, then it's a smart decision. I think Utah would be a good fit for him. I think Washington would be a good fit for him. Any of those teams, he could start from day one and he would be given the keys like a Cooper Flagg is given the keys. And then we can see what's what. But that's my take on it anyways. Make sure you guys go ahead and chime in the comment section as y'all usually do. And if you're not new to the channel and you've been enjoying the content so far on this channel, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me as well. And as usual, peace, chaos.